So now that we know what the three types of plagiarism are, let's try to identify them. So let's take this passage, which was written in an original article, and then let's take what the student wrote. So we see the original passage, we see the sentence from the student's paper. Take a moment, pause this video if you need to. Try to identify what type of plagiarism we are utilizing in this scenario. In this example, we see structural plagiarism. Let's kind of compare this and see why this might be considered structural plagiarism. So first of all, if you look at the two sentences, there's not really any words, a string of words that is exactly the same. We have of women, but that's two words. That's not really that big of a deal, right? But if we take a look at the flow, this rapid influx of women, the large number of women into the criminal justice system, entering prisons, raises new issues, is causing problems for prison officials and other agencies governing their care for people that work at the prisons. We're following the exact same flow and structure as the original sentence. We want to try to come up with our own sentence structure, our own paragraph structure that is not exactly mimicking what's in the original source material. So let's take a look at another example of plagiarism. We have this passage from an original source material, an article that a student read. And then we have a sentence that the student wrote in their paper. So I want you to take a moment, pause this video if you need to, and try to identify which type of plagiarism is being utilized in this scenario. This scenario is utilizing passage phrase plagiarism. Let's talk about where we see this. If we look here, the treatment needs of women offenders, right? Treatment needs of women offenders, exactly the same as the source material, entering prison-based treatment as compared to their male counterparts. So this whole back section here, the sentence, is exactly word for word, right? If we do not put quotation marks around those words to indicate that they are not our own, and we don't put some information in parentheses, which we're going to practice at the end, to show where we got those words from, that is plagiarism. That is passage phrase plagiarism specifically. Let's take a look at one final plagiarism example. So we have what's in the original article that the student read. We have what the student wrote, and I'll give you a couple seconds for this one. This one probably should be a little more obvious. What we're looking at here is verbatim plagiarism. And it's verbatim plagiarism because the whole entire thing, right, is exactly word for word the same, right? The whole entire sentence is exactly the same. If we write this in our paper and we don't have the quotation marks around the words that we're borrowing and the information in parentheses, this is plagiarized, right? So we really need to be careful about passage phrase and verbatim plagiarism.